The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
You feel that? Oh, shit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sports Insider. My name is Glenn Spillman, and to those of you who are viewing us, to my left is Shawn Allen.
What's up? It's Friday! Everybody ready for the weekend?
We are coming at you live from Armed Radio out of Boston, Massachusetts. Everybody, welcome to the show. It's Friday night. Everybody, what are you doing?
We are live and obnoxious tonight is what we are.
Yes, and everybody that is viewing us, let us know where you are watching from. And then we're going to watch our Twitter feed, and everybody listening to us on Armed Radio, go ahead and tweet us. We are at SportsInsider03 on Twitter, and tweet us where you are
What's up, man?
listening from.
Yeah.
So, good thing. So we are also doing a film tonight after the show, and for those of you who may not know, I am also a filmmaker, and I'm going to be doing a paranormal thriller. It's called Hush Little Baby. You can go to Cellar13films.com, and it'll tell you all about it. And it's going to be scary because when you do a horror movie, it doesn't always necessarily have to be blood, guts, and stabbing you in the face. So,
That's scary, yes.
Speaking of stabbing in the face, all of you Raider fans out there are going to be stabbed in the face because you guys are going to lose. I'm a Raider fan. I'm sorry, but I'm speaking with my heart, not, my brain, not my heart. So,
I'm going to stab him just because of saying that.
Shawn, give me your thoughts on that. Give me your thoughts on
I
it.
said, I'm going to stab you because you're not standing behind your Raiders 100%.
You know what? I can't stand behind something that I know for
Anything
a
is
fact.
possible.
Okay, anything's possible. I give you that 100%, and I will 100% eat freaking crow if I am wrong. But I'm telling you, brother. And I know Cook, he's going to get his debut, and I understand that. But you have to understand that. But we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But let's initially, now we start off with NFL all the time, and
Start off with this back hole.
okay,
This guy's worthless. He's running from college, going into the job early because he knows he wouldn't play next year.
Well,
I think that's what he's doing.
here's the thing, and the person, ladies and gentlemen, that Shawn is speaking of is running back from the Oklahoma Sooners, Joe Mixon. He's already told the Sooners that he will be going pro, and again, my theory is on this, he's going pro because he knows next year is a no. And there's a lot of sanctions that could be brought against him and a lot of legal action that could be brought against him. But let me tell you something, brother. If a team picks him early on, that shows you their integrity. Because I'm telling you what, the guy punched a girl in the face. He broke her jaw. She had to drink out of a straw for 3 months while he just went on and did his thing. And Foaming Gnome, welcome to the show. And people that are listening in Boston, when I'm yelling out names to people and welcoming to the show, we've got 5 cameras in front of us, and we've got 5 different platforms, people watching us. And we like to welcome people to the show. Hey, and if you on Twitter, man, if you tweet us during the show, we'll welcome you too, man, because we love our viewers, we love our listeners, And we like to acknowledge you guys.
How about we make this promise?
What promise?
Any team that drafts Mr. Mixon.
Oh, well, okay, go ahead.
Any team that drafts Mr. Mixon.
All right.
Personally, myself, I can say that I don't care, and I will state this now. If the Oakland Raiders...
Oh, yeah, I was waiting for that.
Or the San Francisco 49ers,
My
either
nipples
one
are
of
getting hard, man. Say it.
draft
Say it, brother.
Joe Mixon,
Yes.
I will no longer be participating in watching those games anymore. Even if it is any team, including the Raiders and the 49ers. I don't care who it is.
All right, you know what? Who cares about the 49ers?
I'm just saying any football team who picks this guy up, all the teams should unitedly not draft this guy. This guy should go to all the ends of the rounds of all the draft. No draft. He doesn't get picked up. What happens to those guys?
All right.
They have to walk on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should make him have to go walk on somewhere. And still, if I find out if a team signed him...
It doesn't matter. What he should do... All right, go ahead, man.
I'm just saying, I think that's what all the teams should show a united front. You're not going to run away from college 1 year early. Go to the NFL and think, oh, I was getting a rookie contract of $20 million for over 5 or 4 years. And
right.
I'm going to avoid not being sanctioned. They should sanction him.
Let's talk about
by
this.
their silence.
What are the 3 top teams that you think will draft freaking Joe Mixon?
Well, we know Cleveland's number 1.
Okay, screw them.
We know that
I'm going to tell you. You go ahead.
the Niners are up there. The Niners only have 2 wins. And there's teams, the Bears are 3-13. The Bears probably, to me, that group right there would be one of the teams. Well, to add another running back like that, but I think who's the other lowly team there? We got the Bears.
Okay, you got the Rams. You got the Rams. You got the Raiders.
Well, the Rams have really.
Don't care. Hey, you know what? You do not say, well, we got one good running back.
No,
you need 3.
You need 3. If Chucky goes to L.A., you think he's going to pick up Joe Mixon?
I would hope not, because I'll drive to L.A. It's only a couple hours, and I'll slap Chucky in the face. I'll put on one of these blackout fight gear gloves. I'll give him one, and I'll give me one. I'll say, let's go at it, Chucky.
Bing.
That's right, man.
I get at least one that means something.
I will bada bing him in the face. But, no, I agree with you, man. I think that he's a coward. He's a cop-out. He's going to the NFL. He's going to try and put this behind him. But, again, if the Browns, Carlo Di Petra, welcome to the show. If the Browns pick him up, I hope to go 0-16.
All right, 0-16, I don't watch the games anyway.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to watch. We know that week we're betting against them.
All right, so I'm not racist when I say this. This is in the news. Holy crap, Carlo. Hey, again, folks, we want to know where you guys are watching us from. So, buongiorno, bella, ciao. We've got Carlo from Italy watching us live. And John Jones, welcome. So, hey, what the hell was I saying?
You're not racist.
Oh yeah, I'm not racist.
We're waiting for Kuwait though.
But this is what it is. A German man. That's the whole part that people might say it's racist. Hey, we got hello from Brazil. We've got Ella there. Seahawks will make an unexpected run. Run where? But we got Brazil and Italy so far. Orange County, California. Hey, Orange County, do you watch Real Housewives of Orange County? And I'm not being funny because I gotta say something. I'm watching with my daughter, so I'll tell you what, man. It's kind of funny, the drama. No, a German guy has pleaded guilty and apologized after setting fire that engulfed an oak tree at Auburn University, landmark Tumors Corner.
Oh,
he lit says, "Come on now, they battle tested. Don't count them out." Okay, I'm not counting them out. I am not counting out.
I just wondering what they're running to.
I'm not counting him out. Foaming Gnome says, hell no. Yeah, that's what they did. And when I say an oak tree, okay, well, here in California, and I'm not even lying, especially Northern California, oak trees are everywhere. And if someone wants to go in and do construction somewhere, they have to put an orange gate around the oak tree, and they have to build around the oak tree. If you are a homeowner, and say the oak tree is over your house and a limb might fall, you have to get a hold of the county. You have to get written permission to cut the limb, and they have to send somebody out, and you have to pay for it. And this freaking jackass lit the freaking thing on fire. If he would have done that here in California, there would be no apology. I'm sorry, guys.
Hell you go, sir.
He's probably out there with a swastika on his forehead saying "Sieg Heil" and freaking burn the tree. And I'm freaking serious, man. So he was charged with criminal mischief. No, he should be charged with being an a-hole, is what he should be charged with. And
stupid arse.
so when asked to speak, his last name is Weist. Okay, he's a second cousin to Hitler. But anyway, here's what he says. I'm sorry. That's it. That's all he said. That's all he said.
I'm sorry.
But guess what? They fined him $20,000.
Ouch.
Restitution.
Day, all at one time.
Yeah, so he could have spent 3 years in jail. It's a suspended sentence, but he's getting 5 years probation. Okay, this guy won't shut up about Seahawks. They will beat the Lions at home, obviously, then they will face the 30-ranked defense, Atlanta. Okay, I will give you...
You have to go to Atlanta.
Excuse me. I will give you that they will beat the Lions. But if you think they're going to beat Atlanta, I am not an Atlanta Falcons. Jesus criminy, dude. Falcons, crap. Saying it all, but if they do beat them, it's only going to be like by 3, maybe.
Hey,
Hayes for horses.
I'm telling you, Atlanta plays Seattle. It's going to be like the old adage, hey, Mr. Skillis, welcome your first day there, sir.
First day on Periscope. Make sure. Oh, hey, we forgot, brother. You forgot your freaking mantra. Hey, ladies and gentlemen that are listening in Boston, I'm going to slap Shawn, a.k.a. Shamu, in the face because he forgot to tell everybody to go to the TuneIn app and tell them what to do.
Oh, you go and you download.
Go to TuneIn.
You go to the App Store and download TuneIn.
There you go.
Then you go to TuneIn and you go to Armed Radio and 6 o'clock Pacific and 9 o'clock.
No. You go and get the Armed Radio app. It's got a blonde chick with nice red lips on there. You download that. You can listen to us every Wednesday and Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and all their other plethora of shows that are on during the week. Check them out. And you can also go to our website, sportsinsideronline.com. You can check out everything there, look at all the articles that we write, and then all the archive stuff. What's my story? Welcome.
In Boston, it's going to be like this. When Atlanta plays the Seahawks, it's going to be the ring around the points tree. Not a ring around the rosies. It's going to be a ring around the points tree. And they're going to have points all in their pocket, and they're just going to be dropping points. Atlanta dropping
points. I got $20 in my pocket.
I'm telling you, and by the time they're done, it's probably going to be like 42-31, and Seattle will be sucking wind. And Atlanta will be just getting going because Julio Jones has no mercy. And
all right, John Jones is really freaking voiced today. He says Russell Wilson's knee brace comes off tomorrow, first time this season. Well, let me tell you something, John Jones. I played football, I played hockey, I played baseball, soccer, and basketball. And football and hockey was my favorite because I got to hit people. And I love to hit people. And I'll tell you what, if I'm a linebacker and I know that Russell Wilson's getting his knee brace taken off, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to go for his knee, but I'm going to knock the piss out of him.
My name's O.C. Umenyiora, and I'm the linebacker for the Atlanta Falcons.
Yes.
And I'm getting ready to eat your quarterback's lower leg.
Yeah, so I don't give a crap about his knee brace.
We'll be putting the brace back on during the game.
Okay, John Jones says Atlanta is ranked last in sacks among the 12 time remaining. Wit 64056, welcome. Hey, and Foaming Gnome says knees got a target on it now. Well, let me say something real quick about this.
Playoffs.
Hey, I'll tell you what, brother. I don't give a crap if they're last in their freaking sacks. I'll tell you
what.
Playoffs. They're going to become first because stats don't mean crap. I'll tell you what.
Plays do though.
No. I know, John. You say, come on now. I'm not being a. But you know what? This is a sports show, and we banter and we talk real. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up your arse, but I got to tell you this. They might rank last, but let's dig this. Witty Rick, welcome to the show. No, I cannot count them out, John. You're absolutely right. I am not counting them out.
I would say, as Allen Iverson would say, they need more practice.
I'll tell you this, though. I'm not saying that they're going to lose against Atlanta. I'm saying they could lose against Atlanta. And if they win, they're only going to win by 3, and it's going to be a last-minute field goal.
You're right. I do agree with that. If they do beat Atlanta, it would be like by 3 minutes, by 3 points. It'd be the last second field goal. Here's the thing.
J.I. Duck 17.
I am saying Atlanta's going to beat them. Atlanta's going to hook them up to a trailer and run at about 110 miles an hour.
Right, but you're saying...
they're going to pull the teeth right out of the Seattle defense.
Okay.
And this year, one thing Seattle has not been good at is dueling back and forth with another team. Seattle's offense has not been as potent this year on a constant basis as they need to. And once Atlanta's offense defang and declaws the Seattle defense, it runs it up to 30-10, in the middle of the third quarter. And then Seattle starts coming back, and then all Matt Ryan does is step on the gas a little bit at that point. And we're looking at 45-24, in the middle of the fourth quarter.
Okay. All right. Well, let's and John says, well, yeah, Russell sprained his MCL week 1, was supposed to be out 6 weeks, but stayed in. All right, John, do you know what an MCL is? And I'm not being funny, and I'm not being a jerk. I'm asking you because I'm serious. Okay, yes. All right, well, I used to be when I got done with sports, I used to be a medical trainer for pro teams. So an MCL is not that big of a deal. It's a medial collateral ligament, which crosses over the joint. Not that big of a deal. But it stretches out, exactly, foaming gnome. It's not as bad as an ACL. So it's not as bad. But he's going to be a target. So here's what I always told coaches, especially when I was playing for hockey teams. You don't freaking tell people what the injury is. You lie about it. And you don't tell them, oh, I'm taking the freaking knee brace off. Because in hockey, we have the luxury of doing many different things as far as hitting you. Okay, but an MCL injury behind that O-line. All right, but
come on, man.
John says, "Come on, man." I'll tell you what, John Jones. O-line. Tell you what, brother. You can have the best O-line in the NFL, and there's going to be that one freaking time, that they're going to mess up, and Wilson's going to get hit and knocked out and gone and done. How many times have you done something in life that you said, man, I'll never do that again? So, okay, John doesn't understand, but you're in the conversation, so you must be retarded.
Welcome, plain muffin.
Plain muffin. Let me put a little butter on your muffin.
Yeah.
So, hey, welcome to the show. Hey, don't put an E on that, guys in Boston. What's up with this person asking me about Ryan Sway? Shut up about Ryan. He did that last night. Hey, well, speaking of injuries, Steelers tight end Ladarius Green is questionable against the Dolphins. Now he's going through concussion protocol, and I'll tell you what, with a concussion, I've watched many videos of someone getting hit in the head and watching the brain. Now, when I say videos, I mean X-ray videos. John Jones says Ladarius should not have been signed in the offseason. He's 27 and had 8 career concussions. All right, John Jones, what does 27 have to do with anything? Because 27 is not old at all, if that's what you're saying. If you're saying 27 is old, it is not old. Because I'll tell you what, I'm an older gentleman. Now, I'm not old, but I'm an older gentleman. But, okay, with that many concussions, okay, all right. But, okay, I will give you that. I will give you the concussions. I will give you that. So, all right, so let's talk about that for a second. What do you think, if someone does have that many concussions, what do you do for them as a player?
What do you pull out a chart like you do when the cops say how much you weigh versus how tall you are versus how many hours you've been up?
No, what do you do? Do you put him on the bench for a while?
I would say that you.
Okay, 1 year deal. There you go.
Yeah, you don't sign for multi-year. But what I'm saying is, eventually, it's going to get to a graph where they say, okay, the CHP would say, well, this man's had 4 drinks in the last 2 hours. He weighs 260 pounds, and he's 6'3". Are they going to do that for concussions too?
All right, Shawn, let's do this. No,
I'm saying
the size and weight chart doesn't mean crap because you're a big guy.
But if you have so many concussions,
that's right. No.
Say I pass a certain amount of concussions a year.
All right, we're
a season.
Right. But what I would do, I would do a 1 year deal. Yes, you're absolutely right. I would not do a multi-year deal. But what I would do is I would send him over to Europe. Screw everybody here in the United States because they're biased. Send him over to Europe to an independent person. Have him checked out. What? Oh, come on, man. You're getting mad because I used the word retarded? Oh, well, that's retarded, man. Come on, man. Hey, you know what?
Here a bit. We're not really insulting nobody.
We're bantering. I'm not running for president. But anyway, you don't want me running for president. You thought Donald Trump was bad. Anyway, I know you, John, you're not getting mad. I love you, brother. But, all right, okay, let's talk about Dolphins now. We've got to talk about Steelers, Dolphins.
Yes.
So, Jarvis Landry. He got fined. Hey, Bishop Lemon 897. What the heck is that?
Bishop Lamont.
Oh, Lamont. I thought I said Bishop Lemon. I was like, man, was that kind of priestly sexual thing? I mean, what the heck? So Jarvis
pops his mouth off.
Jarvis, he got fined twice for his celebrations.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Celebrations.
So here are the celebrations. John Jones says, I'm just saying, man, you can. Oh, come on, man.
You idiot, jackass. That's better than retard?
All right, so let me go this real quick. He got charged $24,309.
What?
I know, John, you're busting my chops. Hey, wait. Wait, no, he grabbed his balls, dude.
Oh, that's no, yeah.
He did the Michael Jackson. He must have saw a kid somewhere and said, hee hee. So, hey, no, seriously, $24,309. I don't know what the $309 is doing, but
I do agree with someone getting fined for that. Can we just say overall? Can we get away with get away with the penalizing for celebrating? I'm tired of that.
Penalizing. Okay, so and then he got $24,309 for slamming his helmet. Okay, slamming his helmet. I understand that. Grabbing his crotch. Okay, there's kids in the
slamming his helmet. He got $24,000.
But the crotch grab. I mean, if you look at it, it's not like he freaking groped himself, and So anyway, he got a total fine of $48,618. Okay, John Jones says Michael Crabtree he got Merck Sherman. Okay, you say I can't say retarded, and you say pussy. I mean, come on, man. I'm saying pussycat. This is not my words. It's John Jones that's watching the show. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're having fun tonight.
Oh, yeah,
this is an exciting Friday night. We got a lively crowd watching. You are watching Sports Insider on Arms Radio out of Boston, Massachusetts. Would you shut the hell up with that comment? Okay, the Patriots are going to trade Gronk with, I didn't see the last part. Hey, you know what? They need to trade Gronk. You know why? I love Gronk. I love him.
Oakland. Wants him.
What? Nobody wants Gronk. You know why?
Injury prone.
Injury.
For 1 year contract?
No. I will take him at a 1 year contract at half the price. So, a lot of coaches getting fired in the NFL. And a lot of them, that's right, Witty Rick, he gets hurt too much. So, a lot of coaches getting fired, but the Colts, they're like, nah, Chuck Pagano, we like him. We're going to sign him for another year. So, Pagano, he finished 8-8. That's not good. That's not bad. That's not mediocre. That's like, it's not a hot woman. It's not an ugly woman. It's kind of like it's a one beer woman. But
you roll over from the back, you don't have to look at it.
Oh my gosh, man. You're going to get that E thing on our freaking radio,
I
man.
didn't say that. I said,
I know. But he has a total 49-31 record.
Next year, Andrew Luck has to shit or get off the pot.
Andrew suck.
He needs to produce or go somewhere else.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, we have talked about Tom Brady being MVP. We talked about Matt Ryan. We talked about Derek Carr. We talked about all that crap. Witty Rick says, I love the way the playoffs are playing for the Patriots right now. Explain yourself on that. So let's go over the 2016 MVPs for every NFL team. John Joe says, Colts GM drafted a wide receiver the first over Landon Collins when he has two great wide receivers. Well, I'll tell you what, John Jones, things comes in three. You get hurt one, hurt two, you got to have a third. So, here's the thing in sports. It's better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. Yes, okay, I grant it. At the current time, yes, but... Okay, so let's go to the 2016
Yes.
MVP for each team. Well, ladies and gentlemen that are watching, let me show you guys. These right here is our studio cat. And her name is Pepper, and I rescued Pepper from a lady that was actually killing her cats. So I rescued this one, and it's our studio cat, and she loves us, and we love her too. So say hi, goodbye. All right.
Pepper.
So, Miami Dolphins running back, Jay Ajayi. Okay? So I'm not going to go into good God. I'm not going into statistics. You guys live near Team Alpha Male. Yeah, actually, I was at Team Alpha Male just 2 days ago. Yes, we do, like 10 minutes. Someone said, cool looking cat. Well, thank you very much. So I'm not going to go over statistics. I'm just going over just the names. And we could use statistics on another show. So, the Miami Dolphins running back, and these are the MVP players for each team for 2016. So, New England Patriots, quarterback for the Patriots. New York Jets, nobody should be MVP on that one, but it's defensive tackle Leonard Williams.
Okay.
Baltimore Ravens, you've got kicker Justin Tucker. Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver A.J. Green. Miles, 22, first time on Periscope. Welcome to the show.
Oh, yeah.
Miles, shut up with the Ryan Sway stuff before I punch you in the face. Cleveland Browns left tackle Joe Thomas. Now I'm going to tell you something. When you are 1-16 as a football team, there is nobody in MVP on the dadgum team. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk about it. All right, John Jones. Look, Pepper's coming up again. She wants to get on the show. Pittsburgh Steelers running back Le'Veon Bell. Oh, yeah. Houston Texans Jadeveon Clowney.
Oh, okay.
No, you got to give it. You got to get it. Okay, now here's what I don't agree with. There's Pepper. Here's what I don't agree with. I don't agree with quarterback for the Colts, Andrew Luck.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Andrew Luck is not the MVP of the Colts. And if anybody, John Jones says Jadeveon has had an amazing year. I'm not saying that I don't disagree with that, but we are done with him. So Jacksonville Jaguars, Marquise Lee, wide receiver. Tennessee Titans running back, OU guy, where I went to school, DeMarco Murray. Denver Broncos linebacker, Von Miller. You can't argue with hey, don't be mean to Pepper. He's being mean to Pepper.
I'm not being mean.
So Denver Broncos, we already did that. Kansas City Chiefs, wide receiver, Tyreek Hill. Now, Oakland Raiders quarterback, Mr. Injury, Derek Carr. San Diego Chargers cornerback, Casey Hayward. Can't argue with that one. She doesn't know where to go.
She's like, I'm sitting there.
Oh, she's sitting there. San Diego Chargers cornerback. We're doing that. Okay, now, here's the thing. Who do you guys think, before I tell you, who do you think should be the MVP for the Dallas Cowboys? Should it be Ezekiel Elliott, or do you think it should be Dak Prescott? I'm going to give Shawn a chance to answer. And then John Jones says O-line, but you've got to have one. Got to have one.
Ezekiel Elliott.
So, did you cheat? Freaking cheater.
I said Ezekiel Elliott.
So, yeah, Ezekiel Elliott. New York Giants wide receiver, Odell Beckham Jr. Can't argue with that one. We got Witt saying Philadelphia Eagles defensive end Brandon Graham. Washington Redskins QB Kirk Cousins. Barf.
Yeah, I know.
Barf.
Puke all over me.
Chicago Bears running back Jordan Hayward.
You know, he was pretty
Lions QB Matthew Stafford. Packers. Packers. San Francisco, a lot of their favorite team are the Packers. So yes, Giants MVP was Odell. Okay, Landon Collins. So, Minnesota Vikings QB Sam Bradford. I don't really think I agree with that one. Falcons QB Matt Ryan. Panthers tight end Greg Olsen. Saints QB Drew Brees. Buccaneers QB Jameis Winston. Don't agree with that one either.
No.
Arizona running back David Johnson. Rams, they shouldn't have an MVP either, but defensive tackle Arnold Donald. 49ers, offensive lineman Zane Beatles. Seahawks. Someone was asking about the Seahawks earlier.
Playoffs!
And you know what, John Jones? I hate the freaking Niners too, man. I want to punch every one of them in the face. So the Seahawks, yes, John, it is Russell Wilson.
Not Bobby Wagner.
That is the list that I got. Now, I didn't say, I said these are what people popular vote that. Why am I taking all that off now? So, where's my other paperwork? Okay, here it is. So,
Stop that.
what's up with you and the cat, man?
Reach over.
Yeah, be nice to the cat.
Get my clothes off.
It's okay, Pepper. I love you. So, now, let's go over this weekend's playoff games. So, we talked a little bit about that on last night's show. And,
Do you guys follow MMA? Have you ever watched the show before?
Yeah, we follow MMA. We cover a lot of MMA. So, yes. If you go...
I'm from the UK. Right up there.
Hey, we've got the UK watching, we've got Brazil, we've got Italy.
Thank you very much.
All right, hey, John Jones, we'll get there. Just let's go over this weekend's games real quick, and then we'll get into some MMA. All right, Shawn, Raiders, Texans. Texans 3.5. Who and why?
I say Raiders 17-14.
Okay, I think
they'll be able to put in a solid enough game against Brock Osweiler.
Okay. John Jones says take the points. I say Texans 21, Raiders 17. So if you take the points, you're going to go about by half a point. Foaming Gnome says the Raiders. Lions, Seahawks. John Jones has got a freaking hard on for the Seahawks. So,
what's the point spread?
Point spread's 8. Been 8 yesterday. It's 8
today. Lions and the points.
Well, here. I'm gonna make John Jones happy here. John Jones, you're gonna take Lions and the points. John, I'm gonna bet against you for a beer, and I'm gonna take the Seahawks with the 8 points because Russell Wilson, he's at home. He's got something to prove, and I think he's going to prove it this weekend. So I'm going to take Seahawks in 8. Dolphins, Steelers. Steelers by 11. No. I'm taking Dolphins plus the points.
They're in.
I don't give a crap where they're at.
Okay.
They can play at Levi Stadium for all I care. The Steelers are not going to win that game by 11 points, dude. I'm telling you. So make a pick.
I'll take the Steelers.
All right. And this guy, I'm going to tell you what. Folks, for those of you who are watching, this knucklehead and I made a bet last June because the Yankees came into town to play the Oakland A's. He's an Oakland A's fan. I'm a huge Yankee fan.
I'll pay up on the way to the movie shoot if you stop at Starbucks.
And I bet him a Starbucks that the Yankees were going to win the series. So anyway, New York Giants, Packers by 5.
The Packers are a favorite by 5?
Yes, they are.
Okay. I'm taking the Packers by 2 touchdowns.
Okay, I can dig that.
Giants are, if the Giants get out of that game, the Houdini.
Okay, so let's talk MMA. So we got John Jones wanting to talk MMA. We got a lot of, and let me tell you something, John. It's not all about the UFC. The UFC can have a big cup of suck it. There's another company called Bellator. Go look into it. I've got several friends of mine that fight for Bellator.
UFC is...
I've got Shane Tucker fights for Bellator.
UFC.
I got Justin Baseman that fights with Bellator. So let's talk some Bellator. It's not all about the UFC. Go ahead.
The UFC underpays their employees. They play who's going to take a fall game.
Yeah.
And I'm getting tired of it.
Hey, did you guys know that Nunez only got a couple $100,000?
$100,000. I found out.
Oh, $100,000?
$100,000 is what she got. 48 seconds, Ronda Rousey to little slaps around the head. $3 million.
$3 million for Rousey. That's a bunch of shite. You guys wanted to talk MMA, and I don't see any comments, man. Any comments?
I don't see how it was not taking a dive. She took a dive.
Where she got there.
She didn't defend herself, so they had to call the fight.
Well, she got her arse kicked.
I know, but that's what was supposed to happen. I think the way they scripted it. I think it's WWE, not UFC.
Okay. So, Raquel Pennington, she talks about her shoulder injury while sparring with Ronda Rousey. So, now in sparring there are different levels of sparring. There's 50%, 60, 70, 80, and then full sparring. And then John says, Rafael dos Anjos move up to 170. I think it's a great move. Thoughts? Yes. So, all right. I used to, when I've admitted to this on the show more than once. When I started, when I got out of high school and I was getting into sports, I was fast, I was good, but people always say, you got to be bigger, got to be bigger, got to be bigger. So I took steroids. I was started at 150 pounds. Now I'm 250 pounds. And and I'm not saying anything about anyone taking steroids. I'm just saying when you get bigger and you put on more muscle, I would, if you got hit by a 150 pounder compared to a 170 pounder, there's a big difference. But the 170 weight class, I think that is a more healthy. It's not a proper English. It's a lot more healthier weight class because 170 is you're not too big, not too small. You don't have to worry too much about cutting weight drastically.
Right.
So it's a lot easier to maintain a 170 pound frame than it is 160, 165, even above 170. So I think it's a good move. That's my thoughts on there.
I definitely think it's a good move. I mean, it suits them a lot better.
Yeah. So Pennington, she will miss the. John Jones says Conor looks healthy and really right at 55. I think he beats Ferguson, Khabib. Okay, I got a buddy of mine. He's a boxer, and I'm going to have him remain nameless. Well, he is a professional boxer, and he's undefeated. But, and I've told other people this, and I've indicated this. You need to fight somebody that's worth fighting before you could brag about I'm undefeated. No. That's what I'm trying to say, Jones. The McGregor fight is a sucker fight.
Yeah.
He's not given anybody that's going to beat him or that has a chance to beat him. Go ahead and explain that.
Let Nate Diaz come fight him again, and then there'll be something. Nate Diaz is gonna slap the crap out of him again. He'll give me back my title, you little son of a SOB.
And for those of you who are watching, I'm not ignoring you. I'm answering tweets and all that kind of stuff.
This is, Conor McGregor is not going to fight anybody, and I put this.
And I'm not saying the other person's a nobody. I'm just saying challenge McGregor.
My message to Dana White, from my lips to his, is
your lips to his? Okay, wait. John Jones says Nate at 155 would lose to Conor at 170. It's different. Yes, it is. Oh, wait. You're saying that if Nate goes to 170, if they're both at 170, he loses to Conor?
No way.
No freaking way,
No,
dude.
he doesn't.
No, this guy knows Diaz. I know Diaz. And he is like, we get to him in 45 minutes. And we've talked to this cat more than
And I
once.
said, the message from my lips to Dana White is either make Diaz McGregor 3 or release Nate Diaz to the 2.
Oh, okay, all right. Now, hold on. He clarified. He said Nate would beat him at 170. All right.
No, I'm saying my message to Dana White is either make the Diaz McGregor 3 fight for an undetermined date, or let Diaz release him as he's at.
Okay, yes.
No,
listen. Jones says Nate at 155 is an advantage for Conor. I agree with that.
Yes.
I agree with that.
But what I'm saying is Nate wants to go fight, and Nate said either make the fight for me to fight McGregor for the third time, or release me and let me go fight Bellator.
Yes, he
wants
did.
to fight. He doesn't want to sit around. You know?
Yes, he said that.
So, but I said my message to Dana is either make the fight. I don't care if the fight's for next October. Make the fight.
Hey, Nate is 190 in there for a 70 fight. That's the problem for Conor. Yes, because I'll tell you what. It's like I said, I'm 250 pounds. I just weighed into the doctor Wednesday. I'm 250 pounds. Now, if you stack me next to someone else, I mean, I'm not being narcissistic, but I'm all muscle. And but if I drop down to 220, I gotta drop a lot of muscle, which takes a lot of energy from me. So, but I understand the whole weight thing. John Jones says at 155, Nate would be 170 in there, would have enough time to get all weight back. Yes, he would. It's not that hard to put on weight at all, because it's not. It's freaking not. It's harder to take it off. But Jones, tell me what you do for a living, brother, and then maybe I can put this in perspective. And I'm sure you know fighters. I'm assuming that you do, and then we'll talk about cutting weight and whatnot. I see these guys do it on a weekly basis. I am there watching it. I'm an intern for ESPN. I'm 19. Don't laugh at him.
No. That's cool though.
That's awesome, brother. Hey, give me knuckles, man.
No,
give me
I wasn't
knuckles.
laughing at him. I was like, that's like makes sense why he's watching this.
That's awesome. So let me say this. I'm in there with these fighters. I'm helping them cut weight and whatnot. But I'm telling them, don't freaking do it, man. But you can't stop a fighter from doing anything. John Jones says, love all sports. I'm educated on all sports. I love you, John. We'll meet up someday. We'll have a beer together. But I'll tell you this, though. When we saw freaking Max Payne Griffin knock the piss out of freaking David Mitchell in 42 to 46 seconds, I can't remember what it is. David Mitchell looked like he was high on crack. He wasn't, folks. I'm just saying. He was just like, he looked like Cruz the other night.
His bill got wrong severely.
He looked like Cruz the other night when he fought Garbrandt, because Cruz cut too much. There was something going on, because when you have lack of oxygen in your body, that's what they call punch drunk and drunk kind of thing. What's unfair, Jones? I don't understand what you mean. What's unfair? But I love this interaction, man. I love the interaction from people.
I'll be back. Need to make a drink.
I love the interaction from people on Periscope watching. I'm looking on Twitter. I'm getting some feedback, not as much.
Barline.me. What's going on over here?
But let's talk about Nate Diaz McGregor.
Yeah.
So let's pick a fair weight for McGregor and for Diaz. A fair weight. What do you think's a fair weight? I'm waiting for a number.
A fair weight?
Fair.
162.5.
Yeah. Let's just
right
go.
Dead in the middle. That's right dead in the middle.
Okay.
Okay. Him coming up, that's 7.5. Him dropping 7.5.
Okay, that's fair. Jones says 155 for a true belt.
Make a new belt. Make a new division.
Just for that one time. I mean, because you've got.
It could still be for the 155 belt or for the 170 belt. It does, 160 would be good, but
yeah.
But
let me say this. Hey, let's be fair here. Nate Diaz is tall and lanky and skinny. Granted, he's got weight on him. Conor McGregor is smaller and compact and muscular. He's what I call a bulldog. My son is 13 days old, and he's strong because he's got short, little, tiny muscles that are compact. When you have a longer muscle, I'm not saying that it's not strong, but when you are shorter and compact, McGregor holds more of a punch, if you will, in his fight style. But I think I would bring it up just a little bit more on that. So let me get to that. I've been trying to talk about this for a long freaking time. So bantamweight, Raquel Pennington is going to miss like half the freaking year because she got a shoulder injury, and they call it a nagging shoulder injury. Well, in a shoulder injury, there's so many components in the shoulder that if you get one slight little injury, you can have. I mean, I had to lay off shoulder exercises for 6 months because I got what they call a nagging shoulder injury, and the very little tiny things nagged that. And so Pennington is outsy, and it's sad to say, but that's all right. So, yeah, she'll be back. So, let's talk about some middleweight action. Middleweight contender. There goes your stupid phone again. Souza to fight Tim. How do you say that name?
Souza?
No, this. I suck at these names.
Boy.
Okay. Barboza. What?
Boy.
Anyway, UFC 208 in Brooklyn. Boesch. Thank you. He's got me hooked on phonics. Boesch. So Souza fighting Boesch. I'm taking Souza, and I love the middleweight division.
You did Souza because you did tequila.
No, well, maybe. Hey, that should be a sponsor, man. We should get a hold of Souza and say, hey, brother, I think you need to be calling these guys for sponsor. But hey, you know what, Brooklyn, man? Brooklyn, that's going to be a cool place for UFC. I'm glad they're taking it out of Vegas and spreading it around a little bit more. I mean, has the best jiu-jitsu? Yes, absolutely. Turn Trina, welcome to the show. Now, when it comes to jiu-jitsu and whatnot, let's think back. Mr. Jones, you're 19 years old. I don't even think when you were born yet when this happened. So, you got the first fight. You've got Gracie versus Shamrock. I've worked out with Kent Shamrock. He's a big mother effer. And he is strong. And John says, trains with Eddie Bravo in L.A., got my perp belt. Oh, good job, Jones. So, but Gracie was long, lanky, and he beats Shamrock. Because when it's, see, that's what I tell people. They say, well, that's why this knucklehead and I, when we talked about UFC 207, I was the only person other than a guy from New England who said that that Nunez was going to win. Damn it! Oh, sorry. Who said that Nunez was going to win? It's not about striking all the time. That's why it's called MMA.
Right.
It's mixed martial arts. So, you know?
Yeah, it's about mixed martial arts.
Say it!
It's about mixed martial arts.
All right, let me explain something to you folks. Okay, this guy, he's a little clouded. Mixed martial arts meaning striking, ground game, jiu-jitsu, kicking, punching.
When you speak mixed martial arts, majority of people already know you're talking Taekwondo, you're talking about jiu-jitsu, you're talking about, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you're talking about all kinds of different styles and forms. That's why it's mixed martial arts.
That's what you need to elaborate on. You can't just say it's mixed martial arts. You got to say it's not about, because your argument was, well, if Ronda Rousey gets her on the ground, man, it's going to be toast for Nunez. No, let me say something. And I said if Ronda Rousey stands up to freaking Nunez, she's going to get the piss kicked out. That's what happened. But here's the thing, brother. If Rousey would have got on the ground with Nunez has a better ground game than Rousey. I'm just saying. Rousey's a one-trick pony, dude. Now, remember the Sandman? Who's the Sandman in sports?
Well, Sandman was
Number 42, the only player in baseball that could wear number 42. And I know people in Boston are listening, and I know they hate it when I talk about the Yankees, but Mariano Rivera, a.k.a. the Sandman, you could say was a one-trick pony. He had the slider going. Batters knew he had the slider. Everybody knew he had the slider, but they still freaking struck out. I'm saying if Nunez would have got on the ground with Rousey, I still think she could have beat her. All right, so a little bit of NBA action. Chris Bosh has been sidelined all year. Has some blood clots going on, and blood clots is something that you don't want to jack with. So he hasn't really been around the team in an official capacity at all.
Right.
So what the thing is, he's in a, quote, retired persona, if you will. So you think Chris Bosh should come back and play another year next year, or do you think he should hang up the sneakers?
I think he should hang up the sneakers because he's a team where they have him and they have all these rookies around him. It's going to take a long time before Miami's ready to go back to...
I wouldn't say a long time. You could build that team in 2 years. Man.
Yeah, but he's not going to wait that long for that. He's on the end. He's on the backside.
All right.
I mean, if he really wants to stay, I'd say have him trade him to a team that actually has a chance to chase the title.
Okay, so let's...
He got a title, but...
All right, so since we got a lot of Boston listeners going on, and again, folks, you are listening to Sports Insider on Armed Radio. I believe their Twitter handle is Armed Radio 01. It's got a little yellow icon there. Hit on that. You can go to the TuneIn app. Download the Armed Radio app. It's got a nice little beautiful blonde on there. So the Celtics forward, Jay Crowder, still in the news about his little whiny freaking attitude. He apologized yesterday. Again, something that his publicist probably said is a good idea. A canned apology when Boston fans cheered Utah Jazz forward Gordon Hayward. So Crowder did not like that. And here's what Crowder said during his apology and whatnot. I said what I had to say after the game. I probably should have left right there. I went on Twitter and said what I had to say, and that's one thing that I regret going back and forth with fans on Twitter. That's how I was feeling at the time. Obviously, I don't want to leave Boston. Obviously, I love it here. Obviously, the fans have treated me great. No doubt about that. I still stand behind what I said, how I felt disrespected when they're cheering for Gordon Hayward. I live with that. I stand behind that 100% as a man, as a basketball player who puts my time away from my family into it. Let me tell you something, Mr. Basketball Player, time away from it. Shut the hell up. Because everybody is out there that works for a living that's away from their family. So I don't want to hear that. I don't care. It's like I said on the show the other day. I don't care if fans cheer for you or not. Cheer for the other. They can cheer for every other dadgum player on the other team. Shut your pie hole. Play the game of basketball. If you're mad, show it with how you play. If you're mad, be aggressive and score points. Get rebounds. Have assists. Yeah. Get steals. Don't talk with your mouth because I'll tell you what, man. If I see a crybaby like that, I pound on them. So I don't want to hear that. Just say it with your play, Shawn.
Yeah, I know. I totally agree. If you're going to show it on the court, don't screw around. That's it.
Yes. So, but Westbrook the other day, did you see that where he threw the ball at the ref?
Briefly.
So he apologized after the game. They lost to the Hornets of all freaking teams, 123-112. So he said he would never ever disrespect the game like that. So here's the thing: with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first quarter, Westbrook threw the ball at Maddox's head after the Thunder had called a timeout. Maddox turned his head as Westbrook let go of the ball, and it hit the referee on the side of his face.
Dang.
That's kind of funny. Westbrook was assessed a technical foul, his 10th this season. So, here's what Westbrook says, and I quote, "I called his name, he turned right at me, and then looked away. I don't know," Westbrook said. "I don't know what to tell you, brother. I really don't. I'm not that type of guy. I would never ever disrespect the game like that, throw a ball at a referee. I've never done it before. That's just not even heard in the game of before. To get a tech, it's crazy to me, but you take the good with the bad."
Yep.
So what do you think about that? Do you think that he purposely did it and he's like, my bad?
I don't know. I think he may have done it on purpose.
Do you think maybe it was kind of a half and half kind of thing? Or do you think it was a legitimate, hey, brother, and he throws the ball at him?
I mean, if he was turning away.
But why would you throw the ball at the ref anyway? Why don't you just roll it to him?
Yeah.
Bounce it at him, like most players do. You know?
Full of crap.
Huh?
He's full of crap.
Who's full of crap?
Westbrook.
Well, he's a little bit of a baby, but I don't know if he's a liar. But, all right, so let's go over a little bit of the standings. I like to go over the standings on our Friday night shows because it's just kind of, it interests me, and I'm sure it interests everybody else, especially Boston fans that are listening to us right now. They know about their Celtics. They live, they eat, they breathe Celtics. They are 21-14. They're 5.5 games out of first, and they're climbing. You know, Toronto Raptors is sitting on top of them just a little bit.
Yeah.
Cleveland Cavaliers 26-8. They're getting ready to make a good move and a good trade right now. You got the Golden State Warriors though. They're on top of the Heat, 31-5. San Antonio Spurs sitting under them, only 2 games back. San Antonio, even without Duncan, is doing very well, 29-7. My Lakers, really, really sucking it up. Welcome back, J.O. Duck 17. Lakers are 13-26. That really saddens me. It really does. But you got the Sacramento Queens, 15-20.
They're in 8th place. They made the playoffs this season and today.
So let me ask you this question, man. We're real quick. We got to get ready to go. Answer this question: yes or no? Should they get rid of Cousins?
Yep.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We appreciate you guys listening and watching. You were listening to Sports Insider on Armed Radio. Catch us every Wednesday from 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern, every Wednesday, Friday. Peace out. Have a good weekend. We love ya.